Hey everybody, I am Captain Tommy Scoville and you are on the lifeboat. What's happening? Sorry. Hope everybody is doing great. I am tired, people. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little run down, but I thought I would wrap one up before the tomorrow's Christmas, you know. Hello, Ego Next Door. Glad that you're here. Welcome to the boat, Bruce. Good to see you. Huckleberry, Haystacks, Calhoun, Shoal. Good to see you. Hey, Scoob. Merry Christmas, Lumen. What's happening, everybody? Hey, Rox. What's happening? Inappropriate heifer, Chrissy Newton. Been snoozing on and off all day. Well, that's not such a bad thing. Seventh freaking son. There's my man. Seventh son's been here since the day we put up the sail. Well, technically, before we laid the keel, but you know what I'm saying. Been here since before the boat was a boat. Balake, good to see you, man. Good to see you, Balake Richardson. I'm glad you're here. Brenda Martin, good to see you. And and Catherine McMartin. Zelda, good to see you, Z. Not face. SJ, one with cats. I'm sorry, I'm saying hi to everybody, man. We're bonding. We're it's that kind of day. What's up, Mixed? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Huh? Hard, aka Lee H. Mixed. Good to see you. AKA Lee. Hello. Good to see you. Are we waiting for Santa Claus? Hell yes. I remember a poem work I did in the joint. It was the night before Christmas and all through the joint. Not an inmate was stirring. There was no freaking point. And the guy did the entire thing. It was actually pretty impressive. And I have it written down somewhere in my journals, or either that or I mailed it home. I was going through letters that I had mailed home from prison, stuff I hadn't seen in a really long time. And I was going through them day before yesterday and ended up having to journal about it a lot because it made me super uncomfortable. Reading where I was on the inside. I talked to Q again today too, and we talked for a hot minute. And I guess the only thing you could call it would be survivor guilt. You know what I mean? Like I spent way longer breaking the law than Q ever did. He just caught a really bad patch of luck, you know? That's the problem with armed robbery, right? When you go into a place and you pull out a weapon, there's just a damn good chance that someone else might pull one out, right? And now you really are a criminal. Now there's no turning back. Just wanted to say thank you for all the support in Tommy's stream a couple hours ago. I really needed it and feel much better now. I love this boat. I'm a pretty damn big fan of it myself. I'm not going to lie to you. I love this boat. I really do. Everybody on it. It's an amazing group of people. If I look like I'm squinting like Clint Eastwood, it's because I am. I'm sorry. You just got done doing laundry and putting it away. Perfect timing. Here you go. Kick back, relax. Get yourself a warm beverage. If you're not a warm beverage drinker, get yourself a cold beverage. But sit back, relax. Let's spend a little bit of time cracking a few jokes, having a couple of laughs, spending a little time together, a little quality time together. Kristen, so glad to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. I was smiling about you after the last video. I really was. It was just I walked away from that thinking, wow, that's pretty damn cool. Alan Ballantyne, my brother from the other side of the planet. He's about, I think we figured it out one day. He's like 9,000 miles away or something. And if you consider how big the Earth is, 9,000 is a good chunk, right? That is a good chunk of land away. And a hello from Vancouver, California. Anna, have you ever watched a show on Saturday Night Live, a thing on Saturday Night Live called The Californians? The Californians. The Californians. This was a skit I was not familiar with until I went to Los Angeles, and I'm not sure how, but I came across it right before then, and I was showing it to Alan Ballantyne right before we went into to the courts for the Danny Masterson trial, and then we met all of these people who are very much from LA and part of the LA scene, and Alan just says right out loud in front of all of them, "Boy, you really remind me of the people from the Californians." And they started watching it. And it's funny because I've been back since then. And still people are, every time I go places, are like, yeah, you're the guy that brought up the Californians. Ty Bennington knows what I'm talking about. See, Ty Bennington gets it. The Californians are hysterical, are they not? It is so funny. Yes. Overly dramatic scenes. Yes. Definitely over dramatic scenes. What are you doing here? And the accents are pretty over the top as well, but it's pretty funny stuff. What, Dennis, my man, right? What's happening? Tommy rescued 3 kittens yesterday and sent them to Paws R Us rescue shelter. Named them Tommy, Johnny, and Squirrel. Yes, how cool is that? Oh man, my brother's gonna love that. That is the coolest thing I've ever heard. That made my day, man. That made my day. Do you guys hear that? How cool is that? Huh? That is the coolest thing. Man, honestly, that just puts a smile on my face. I love people that rescue animals, man. I really do. You're my hero. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? That means the world to me. It really does. I am very, very excited that this evening, when the boat is over, I would say within an hour or so of the boat being over, I'm going to be shutting this puppy down, getting some sleep, like some real no joke sleep. And then tomorrow, people, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get up at 5 a.m. and we're going to do the lifeboat like we do every other day of the year. And you know why? Because it's about connection. Oh, Lord. Snot face. How big a quill have you got in your thumb, hon? Cactus people unite. I think that's what that says. Hold on, people. I'm going to have to go to the glasses. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm punchy. Is that, I swear to God, did I not close that closet door? I blame the cat. I have a cat that can open closet doors. Oh, I love people that save cats. Depending on thank you. Depending on how big the quill is in your thumb, you definitely want something you can really grip it with. I really struggled to get one out of my foot, and I had to use vice grips. Well, I'm glad that we could be here for you. This is a hard holiday on everybody. I was talking to somebody earlier, and I'm not even lying. This is how bad it is. I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was talking to somebody earlier, and I said, you know who this holiday is really, really tough on? They said, who? I said, me. I don't dig this holiday either. I mean, I love this holiday, but it is very difficult to get through. It really is every year. I struggle with survivor guilt. I got to talk to Q a couple of times today, which was great. And there was nobody listening to us, so we could cut up and laugh and have fun. And it's a beautiful thing every time I get a chance to talk to him. But I feel survivor guilt for that dude still being in there, you know? And it's hard every Christmas, you know? I felt it last Christmas big time. I felt it every Christmas since I've left, because he's a better person than I am. And with all due respect, he's a better person than almost everybody here too. He's just a really, really solid human being, you know? Who sadly got off to a really, really tough start, you know? but I've got mad faith that he's going to get out. I do. Uh-oh. Santa is headed for French Guiana. All right. Having an Italian Christmas. Eggplant, Parmesan, stuffed shells, and stuffed mushrooms. Sounds fantastic. Sadly, it would probably kill me. I have a really, really rugged allergy to eating mushrooms. I cannot do mushrooms, people. Can you imagine how loud that is? Hello, Pip. People, you know what? I'm going to tell a story and embarrass Pip. I'm going to embarrass Pip because you don't get to embarrass people often enough, Now, when you have a platform and there's a couple of people watching, and I'll tell you what, Pip will really embarrass you because by the time it's all said and done, there'll be 3,000 or 4,000 people, maybe more, that'll see this. But I told Pip that I was going to do the lifeboat. Pip heard about it before just about anybody else other than my inner circle, like the people that I was working on putting it together. But I spoke with Pip about it. She was one of the first sounding boards ever, and she's in another country. Pip, don't do it, squirrel. Pip is a Kiwi. She's in New Zealand. There you go. If I don't pull up the shades, the cat will shred them. And she just sits at the bottom and looks over patiently, or so she used to, but not much these days. And you know what? If Pip didn't really give me the rousing, I said, I just don't know how people are going to accept this, and I'm really concerned about it. And Pip said, just get out there and do it. He said, they're going to accept you perfectly. You just have to get out there and do it. And, well, you will see the kitty, I promise. The kitty always makes an appearance, and you will also, I promise, that is Squirrel Nut. And pip, pip, hooray, right? To be sure. At the end of every video, we end with a cat in the basket. So you get to see Squirrel in all of her glory. But Squirrel's done, I think, 3 shows today, and she's been in the basket for all 3. So that's pushing it with the cat. That really is. That is pushing it with the cat. She's incredibly spoiled. Can I ever go visit Q? I got 1 more year in answer to your question. Wow. Sorry. I got 1 more year, and then I can, and then I will have been out long enough. No longer, see, when you first get out of prison, you're not free. It doesn't work that way with the federal system. Normally, in a state system, you either get put on probation, which means you're in trouble, but not bad enough to be really in trouble, or you get sent to prison. In the federal system, you go to prison, right? Because you did something serious. And then when you're done, you get sent to, you then have to do probation, which is them babysitting you and forcing you to, yeah. I just saw a great question. I love you people. Is there anything we can do to make Q's life a little better? Here's the great thing about that. Like I was talking to him today and I said to him, I said, I got people waiting to write letters, Hey, there she is. I told him, I said, we got people waiting to write letters, and those days are coming. And I said, and there's a lot of people that would love to, put some money in your books. He said, yeah, I appreciate that a lot. He said, but I've been working at Unicorn for 30 years. He said, I got more money in my books than I could spend in 10 lifetimes in there. What could I do with it? Trinity. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog. Hi ho, red or blue pill. Kermit the Frog. If you've never watched Trinity, you should. Trinity's great. And she's just a good friend too. But she has talent. She's a YouTuber with skill. I'm not jealous. I'm a little jealous. But she has incredible skill, and she's fun to watch. So if I got a wrench, let's get a link up there for Trinity's channel as well. And very cool people over there, right? The vibe is very similar in terms of the family vibe. That's gotten really important to me. And I was writing to somebody about this today. I think I was writing to AA Ron, actually. And I'm like, oh, maybe it wasn't AA Ron. I don't remember. punchy people. I'm getting punchy. But I wrote to somebody and I said, this is going to sound hokey, but you really do get the vibe with people that, there's that sort of that family vibe. Oh, you know who it was? It was Surviving the Survivor. That's who I was writing to, was Surviving the Survivor. Because that's a great group over there too, man. Joel and his mom. You know what, Trinity? I really do dig your stuff. I never say stuff like that to be kind. I really don't. People always go, "Oh, you're so nice." I don't promote, and it's about. I know it bums out some people. I don't promote things unless I really feel good about them. So, if I'm not promoting your stuff, it's probably because I either haven't seen it enough or it's not exactly in the same line of. I like being able to turn, my audience loose on someone else and think, yeah, there isn't going to be any problem there. They're going to dig it. They're going to have fun, and they're going to run into the same kind of people. They're not going to run into any kind of mean or cruel or anything like that. It's a lot of crossover with a lot of the different groups that we end up in, where people are just nice to one another. You don't see a lot of nastiness, because I'm telling you what, man, I've had enough of it. I really have. I've had enough of it, man. This is the one place on earth, believe it or not, as ugly as the net usually is. This is a place that we can. It's an amazing thing. This YouTube. It's one of the few places that you can control, at least to some degree, the things that people say. Renee, you know what? Pip was just one of very, very early on in the beginning. Pip and I spent a lot of time talking, and I just don't know that there'd be a boat without her. Yeah, it did trail off. I'm sorry. I am so tired. I cannot explain it. I had 3 people say to me, "Do not go do a show." I'm punchy as hell. I really am. But I don't think there'd be a lifeboat without Pip. For real. I was really at a juncture where I don't know. I wasn't feeling particularly confident. You know what I mean? The idea of coming out and telling people, I think I can help you stay sober, and your credentials are that you're a bank robber, and I remember going through and saying, I don't think people are going to take me seriously. And Pip really went out of her way to make sure that I understood that people would absolutely take me seriously. And it was a pretty big deal. It really was. And it was at a time where I needed to hear it. And I know she's so angry. She may have even walked away. One of the other reasons I trailed off is I know Pip hates it when I do this. And so I apologize, Pip. But it really, really was at a time where I needed it in such a big way. And there's a handful of people like that really at pivotal times, I don't know, you look back. I journal so damn much, you know what I mean? That when you look back over time and you read things and you go, wow, that was pretty epic. And maybe at the time I didn't realize that it was pretty epic, but it was. So, and I'm sure she's salty. She's gonna send me a message that said, "I can't believe you did that." So, I'm sorry, but she's great. Yeah, and over there it's Christmas. So Merry Christmas, Pip. It's and Alan Ballantyne and all of my Aussie friends. Good Lord, have I got a lot of Aussie and a lot of New Zealand friends. We've got a bunch of both, and I really love people from that part of the world. Always gotten along swimmingly with them. Where everybody goes. The theme to Cheers. Okay, be careful. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. That's the one you're thinking of, hey, there's a tail. I saw some fur. Oh, 2 are Maine Coons. You have a Maine Coon cat. You know how big a basket you have to have a Maine Coon cat in it? Right? I would not be able to lift that basket. I couldn't go, here's a cat in a basket. I would have to pick up the camera and just sort of focus it that way. Well, it's nice to be with all of you on the holidays. Zelda, I think It's such a nice sentiment. It really is. Hey, Laura Estrada, I'm glad that you're here. I really am. I'm glad that you made it. I'm very obsessed with Maine Coons as well, Ego. I can't even. Wow. Did I get it? I did. Sorry. I really am. I really am falling apart, people. Yeah, it would take a very giant basket. Pip, I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad I didn't run you off, Pip. Much love, hon. Much love, hon. Oh, I'm so jealous. Don't tell me about Maine Coons. And then you guys send me pictures of them, and I look at them and I just go, "Oh, I want that so bad." Hey, Pirate Tom, first class, good to see you. I look at the pictures of the Maine Coons, and I honestly covet your cat. Isn't that terrible? But it's the truth. Like I have wanted a Maine Coon cat for so long, but the reason I never end up with one is because I'm like the part of the world where I live, I don't think I run across a lot that or up until right now, I guess. Now I live in a part of the world where there are some Maine Coon rescues. Apparently, they're huge, right? Good, Wendy. They're huge, and I want a really big pussycat. I don't think that's too much to ask. Well, it might be, but I want one anyway. The trouble becomes I always rescue a cat, right? When I get the I want a cat, then I go right down to the rescue and I grab one. So it's not like if I were to go down, they're just huge. They're 20, 25 pounds, a lot of them. They're really big animals. They're huge. But I remember asking a guy if I said, they're really big. What if one was really angry? I said, do you ever worry that if the thing were to get mad, you'd be in trouble? He's like, they're not awake long enough to get mad. He said, nah, for real. Every single time. He goes, my cat sleeps all day long. He said, and when it wakes up, it's just, all it wants is for you to pet it. Oh, the Lord one. Yeah. Laura, that's right. The leopard ones are the Bengal cats. I'll tell you what, take one of those in a heartbeat too. Okay. While we're on it, I would happily take a Bengal cat. In fact, you know what? I'm going to shut up because you're not going to say any kind of cat that I'm not going to go, oh yeah, I'd like to have one of those too. I think at some point when I get to the age of retirement, like no joke retirement, right? Yeah, I literally can't read at this point. Merry Christmas, Caroline. Oh, wow. Caroline, please, your father's my hero as well. I have mad respect for the people who serve, but that's huge. Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. Tell me you don't love that song. Good times never felt so good. So good. So good. Here comes the kitty. Up and inclined. Come on, cat. Come here. What are you doing? Come up here. We're on film. Normally she understands the show, but like I said, she's been in the basket a lot today. The glasses, really, they make me look like Homer Simpson. I mean, I know, and I don't squint as much, but I feel like Homer Simpson. There have been Homer Simpson jokes in the past. When Homer does his taxes or whatever, there she is. There she is. I'm telling you, the cat understands the show. You're a good girl. You're a good kitty. You know what? If Uncle Johnny doesn't get the TREATSs, then this animal stop. Get your tail under my arm. She's such a good girl. You're such a good kitty. All right, hold on. We're making sure that Johnny gets the get up in the basket. That's a good girl. See that? I'm telling you, people. Am I the most professional YouTuber? No, I'm probably not. But where else are you getting more cat in the basket? Huh? I will challenge you. Where are you getting more cat in a basket than you are on the lifeboat? Happy seasons. The glasses remind me of FBI on Surviving the Survivor. Oh my goodness, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I get that. I see where you would say that. Oh yeah, and more cowbell because you can't have enough cowbell. Okay, we got to get. Sorry, people. I know this is unprofessional, but the Johnny Scoville thing is really kind of a big deal because if by some chance, right, he doesn't bring back the. Oh, really? Hey, bro, don't forget the cat TREATSs, man. Do not forget those, please. All right, hold on. I'm sorry, it's unprofessional, but this is really important. The cat thing. Oh, and then this one. Sorry. Sweet. Yeah, you can't have enough cowbell. Can we all agree on that? Thank you so much, Carousel Delirium. Did I miss anything while I was I had to make sure you understand that if the cat for some reason I'm trained. So when this is over, we go directly over to this little perch that I have in my living room. And the perch is where the tea stuff all takes place, right? So as soon as we're done filming and I hit stop and I walk away, she just goes smoking right after me and jumps right up on that perch and just waits there to be paid. Now, if by some chance, because I ran out after the last show, and if by some chance I did not come through on that, this is a really serious diva we're talking about. There's an excellent chance this cat might not ever get back in that basket. I'm not kidding you. I don't think you understand the diva that this don't hey, who did that? Good Wendy. Yeah, be careful. Nachos, all of you. We spell that out. We don't use the T word. You could be escorted off the boat for saying that out loud. Just know that. I'm not playing because instantly. Oh, I know those, Miss Dragon. Yes, yes. Yes, I know the cats of which you speak. They advertise for them or used to in DuPont Registry and in Rob Report. So those are two magazines that I used to get whilst incarcerated. I would be in there reading those magazines, and yeah, like I never had pictures of women on the wall. I really didn't. I had pictures of a lot of wristwatches and a couple of those big cats, though. I really did. The Savannah ones are incredible. But once again, I would have to buy it. And I would feel so messed up buying a kitty cat and knowing that there's a squirrel kind of cat right down the street. No. If I felt like I cleaned out the local cat shelter, like there were no more cats, then I could feel okay about buying one. Feel me? For real. If maybe I went down there and got 9 or 10 of them. Quick, you know what? Are you trying to organize a union? Because let's not get the diva started, please. Yes. This is the kind of thing I deal with on a regular basis. Alan Valentine can back this up. He has seen squirrel in action. I'm not joking. This animal is a diva. Mary, I can't imagine the toll that would take. I really can't. People, I was keeping track and going over the number of shows, the number of 1 to 2 hour shows that I have done in the last 26 days. And it is absolutely incredible between here and other channels and things like that. Tabitha, I love that. I love that, Tabitha. And I watched a lot of Bewitched. A lot of Bewitched. I dated a girl when I was growing up, and her name was Tabitha from my hometown. In fact, I had a very, very, very close relationship with a girl named Tabitha. Really, really a great girl. Great woman now. She grew up to be a beautiful woman. Your Maine Coon back in the 90s was a rescue? That is winning the lottery. How does that happen? And can it happen to me? Do any of you of a Maine Coon cat you would like rescued? I would take a male or a female. I'm ready to rescue one. You loved Bewitch? Of course you did, because you have great taste. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. All right. So we're gonna need a new code word for this. How about if we call it how about feline base pay? We're going to need to go out and secure us some feline base pay. I can't have the feline on strike. Could she twitch her nose? No, if she could twitch her nose, we'd still be together. To be really honest with you, that probably would have cinched that in. I'm a fan. You used to pretend you were Tabitha. I love that. I used to wish I was her husband. Never understood the husbands, man. In that show or in Genie, right? All day long. Don't use your powers. I would have been like, crank those up. Do whatever you want to do. I will be in the living room. You run the place. Are you kidding? You have a good witch who can do any kind of twitch your nose and make anything in the world happen. And your instructions are, don't do that. I'm sorry. You're soft as hospital cotton. You need to go. Honestly, you can't tell me that she did not need just a more solid Samantha, I believe was her name. Sam needed a guy that just would say, hey, knock yourself out, right? Try not to let the woman across the street, Miss Kravitz, see what's going on. Because that Kravitz woman was trouble. Guaranteed she'd have called the cops. That was a cop caller, the woman across the street. You know of which I speak. Am I talking about Mary? I love Mary. I'm talking about Bewitched, Samantha. Yeah, Gladys Kravitz across the street. She was awful. Awful. You like that Reese is reclaiming the name. The name Reese? Why was it? Did something bad happen to the name Reese? What is Mama Scoville making for Christmas dinner? I don't even know that Mama Scoville's doing Christmas dinner, if you really want to know the truth. Oh, that's Reese's neighbor, Gladys. Oh, okay. Yes. I like it. I like it. I'm sorry. Wait, what? People say you look like Samantha. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie. I had the most vicious little boy crush on Samantha, and every boy I know my age did. That was just one of those shows that was on, and it was always on early in the morning, and she was just this beautiful, and she could do anything. Like she could just twitch her nose. I was so in love with her, and I mean, I was probably 5. You know what I mean? But I was so in love with her. And the other one was Jeannie. I was in love with both of them. To me, those were the 2 coolest women in the entire world. And both had guys that were just like, all right, stop using your cool gift and powers and just be normal. Right? I'd have been like, why are you washing the dishes? Right? Twinkle your nose and let's have those things put away. We could just kick it on the couch. Oh, yeah, she married the wrong guy. Both of them. What's up? The first one was so bad that at some point she twitched her nose when we weren't looking and changed him into a completely different person for the second half. And even that guy was horrible. See, Mrs. Kravitz. Yeah, you know what's funny? No joke. Is that if you've been watching The Lifeboat long enough, you know that before I moved here, right? I used to talk all the time about my neighbor, Mrs. Kravitz. We used to call my neighbor Mrs. Kravitz. But now I don't have a neighbor. Like you can't see a neighbor really. The way where I live now, we have a big plot of land. So there's no, I mean, we have neighbors, but you don't really interact with them. They're not what you would call next door neighbors. You know what I mean? They just live on the same street, but we all have a big chunk of land. So it's way different. But yeah, I had one of those too. Make it make sense. I can't believe somebody just said everybody says I look like Samantha. I'm shook up. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little shook up. I'm not going to lie to you. Both a cat and a dog person. I am as well. I'll be really honest with you. I absolutely love dogs. I really do. My favorite breed currently would be the Chiweenie. I am I'm very high on the Chiweenie dog. I think that at least the one that I had, right? The one I had was just so unbelievably intelligent and a lot of fun. Very, very fun dog. Hey, RM Blake. My one and only cat was a Blue Point Siamese. He wouldn't use the litter box, taught himself to use the people's toilet. By the way, I can teach a dog to use, can teach a cat to use a toilet. I was going to do it with Squirrel, but I got a lot of feedback, not from Squirrel, but from other human beings in my life who thought that that was just not right. But I know how to train a cat to use a toilet. I have done it in the past. It's actually, believe it or not that difficult to train them to do. You just do it with cardboard and kitty litter. You put it right over the toilet with a hole in the middle, right? And the cat uses just like a litter box. Starts out with a minuscule hole in the middle, like football-shaped hole in the middle, and you keep cutting it out bigger and bigger and bigger until there's nothing, and then the cat will stand on the seat and just hang themselves off the edge. But yeah, that's real. Yeah, I'm pretty shook up. Pretty shook up. Glad you're having fun, Mary. I'm shook up. Shook up. You had a crush on Quincy MD as a kid? Well, you know something, Chrissy? I don't find that weird, and I'll tell you why. Because those shows were on at the exact same time, both of them. I bet we're close to the same age. And I can completely get that. I mean, what you see every day, right? I had a blonde thing for a really long time, and I know it was because of Jeannie. I'm not being funny. Because of Jeannie and because of Samantha. I'm not kidding. Those were the two. When I was a formative little boy, the first two women that I thought were just perfect, right around the time I figured out that women were way cooler than men. Those were the first two shows that I watched. And I have an autographed picture of Jeannie here in the house. I do. No lie. Big fan. Big fan. Love them both. Love them both. Hold on, Tommy. Can you and Johnny please do the Sweet Sue canned whole chicken challenge this year? Hey, Johnny. Yeah. Are you familiar with the Sweet Sue canned whole chicken challenge? You had me a challenge. What do you got here? You had me a challenge.
What do you got?
Right there.
These are the Sweet Sue canned whole chicken challenge. Oh yeah, I've heard of it. It's a whole chicken in a can.
How the hell?
Chicken. I don't care how. It's a chicken.
How the hell do you get a whole chicken in a can? Is the question.
They do.
Do they do it without the bones? There's no bones in it.
I assume.
I'd crush a half a dozen of those. What?
It's a chicken, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
They can't debone those things. They toss a little.
Well, how do you get a chicken in a can? They had to do something to it to get it in there. They may have taken the bones out.
It's more like a Cornish game hen size.
I'm do this. I'm in. You in? All right. There you go. Ask and ye shall receive. Say that again.
Yeah, pizza on the way. We missed the cut off.
Did you get the my text about the?
No.
Oh, you are a loser. PREATS's. I sent you a text. Right in the middle of the boat, I stopped to send you a text. You know what, people? This is why. I don't know what I was going to say to that, but this is it. Ah. You know what's funny? I was looking to see what made you say that, but you're right. No, she's hot. Tampa B's hot. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. She's a hottie. I'm 4 days behind on the chat. But this is what happens when all I said was, hey, man, can you get a TREAT? Like I said, hey, man, Tampa B man had a Camaro? No way. Tampa B man, were you here the other day when I was asking about the white snake? Did you have a white snake jean jacket? Huh? Did you have a white snake jean jacket, Tampa B? Link of StreamYard, please. Link of StreamYard, please. I don't have any idea. You may perhaps you're Tony, you're new. I'm not. I have no idea what you're talking about. But I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm in deep trouble, man. All joking aside, I'm in pretty serious trouble, right? Because you know what? The problem is when this is over, I'm actually going to have to deal with the wrath of the cat. And I'm pretty freaked out about it. I am truthfully pretty freaked out about it. Hey, what link would I be giving you, Tony? I don't know who you are, and I'm not exactly sure why I would be giving you a link to anything. Like, no disrespect, bro, but I don't know why I would be giving you a link, right? So whatever you're talking about, I can't imagine, and I'm not mad at you. I just don't know why I'd be giving you a link. Thank you, good Wendy. The good Wendy. One day, Tommy, I know you will find white snake jacket woman. This, I believe. You know what? It's like the glass slipper. Good Wendy. It's very much like the glass slipper. And the thing with the glass slipper is if I don't find it, I'm at least hoping that the right woman is going to find it at a yard sale and then just lie and tell me that she was the white snake girl. It does leave that door open as well. Do you know why, my man? Do you know why I never ever do the thing with the link? Because I did it, right? We used to do it all the time. I have people on, but you can't, if you put them on that way, really bad things happen, right? There kind of has to be a bit of a screening process, or you get people on that blurt out, and you would not suggesting you would, right? But once it becomes something that you do, you bring people out of the woodwork that like to yell things that just go against, everything that anybody here believes in. It kind of attracts a frightening element. But reach out to me, sober at myyahoo.com, SOBER at myyahoo.com, not Yahoo, not Yahoo, but myyahoo at myyahoo.com, sober, myyahoo.com. And we'll set up to try to get you on here. And if you're hurting and need help immediately, right, reach out. There are also a whole host of numbers and emergency links linked up on the page and over on our group page on Facebook as well. But putting people straight on, boy, have I had some really unique experiences doing that, right? Occasionally, I just put someone on who, oddly enough, stone cold hates me. You have no idea what to do. Okay. So what I recommend is this, right? This is what I recommend. Jen, I can't believe you did this. Now that is downright cold. Jenny, I'm coming back to that, so hold 1 second. But first of all, Connie Kitten isn't gone. She went somewhere to wait for me. Make no mistake, she's not gone, and that hurts. I just believe that the world had to think that because, she was secretly falling for a bank robber, right? And you just can't. Yeah, I'd like to believe that maybe she's out there just waiting. So let's not go right there with the maybe she's no longer with us. I'm not sure I want to believe that. And I'm sticking to the fact that she's still with us. But thank you so much for your support, Jen. I really appreciate it. But she's still with us. I believe that. So journaling, the way I do journaling is this: in the morning, right after I wake up from sleep, you don't have to worry about anything, right? You just write down whatever is in your head. Just dump it onto the page, right? Let it go. Just let it roll. Got nothing to worry about, right? You don't have to think about it. You don't have to plan for it. You don't have to have a subject, because whatever's in your head can't be wrong. You just have to get it out, because what you're doing is clearing out what dreams were not reassembled correctly the night before. You understand? Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Thank you. She's waiting in a different place. I like it. There you go. That works for me. Perhaps she's waiting in a different place. Make it make sense. Do big hair for Christmas and take a photo. I want big hair photos. You hear me? I want big hair photos. Well, that's uncalled for. Yeah, that's not nice. Why would we do that? It's just not nice. Well, sorry. I thought I got a text. And at night, it's a completely different thing. When you get home at the end of the day, before you go to sleep, what you want to make sure is that anything you got in your head, somebody gets organized into, your head gets organized, because basically when you go to sleep, the dream starts, right? Your subconscious takes over and it starts working through the things that happened during the day that you were unable to cope with, right? While you were in the process of doing it. The girl next door gets you angry. This person does that, whatever. And you put it away and you put it away and you put it away. And then before you go to sleep, if you don't get that organized, as you tumble into dream world, all of that crap gets worked in there in a really big way. And that's not healthy, right? That's not healthy. We want that stuff organized into some semblance of order before you go to sleep. And that's the purpose of journaling. And you can sit down, right? You can sit down and chill. Write down every single thing that happened to you during the day, right? You understand? Write down every single thing that happened during the day. And that, there's nothing wrong with, people. If you knock that out, if you write down your experience during the day, when you put your head on your pillow to go to sleep, at least what happened is in some semblance of order. So as you fall asleep, you don't have to reassemble the day prior to dreaming. The subject beyond that. You understand the concept? The idea being, we're trying to just make sure that when we walk out of the house to start our day, that we're not working with scrambled minds from the night before, the dreams that we didn't get taken care of. You understand? Alan Ballantyne, you've always been a sweetheart, man. You're just one of those people, Alan, that's kinder than the next guy. And I'm not going to lie to you, Alan, I respect the hell out of that. It's one of the reasons that Alan has the keys to the boat. True story. Alan is he's one of only a handful of master wrenches, right? Alan can run around and do anything. Alan can fire up the boat and take it out, for parties with his friends on the weekends when the captain's not around. Alan's he has the keys to the entire facility. I trust him emphatically. And we were figuring out today the plans for the next time he's in town, because we were going to attack that hill over there. We didn't knock it out the last time, and we're all a little bit bummed out about that. So we decided that if we've got to use climbing equipment, right? If we need pitons and whatever, I don't know what the heck those things are, right? I knew that word though. I need something else. Hey, nothing wrong with vintage and 1970s. I mean, come on. That's not even, do we call that vintage yet? That's, we got patina. I don't know that we're vintage yet. We just got a little bit of patina on us. Bruce, look at that. I love it. Yeah, the positive possibility. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I think you do, right? I think you do. There is nothing wrong with patina, people. Absolutely nothing wrong with patina. In fact, you know what? It's retro. There you go. There you go. That may be a better word. And I'm not going to lie to you. In wristwatches, right? Things like that. Patina actually drive the price up, way up. They look for certain patina, right? Makes the thing far more valuable. People, I'm gonna start right about now, right? I'm gonna start right about now doing a victory lap for real, because tomorrow is Christmas Day, right? And here's the deal with Christmas Day. The boat's gonna do a meet and greet. What do you think of that? You know what? If you want to send me a picture, knock yourself out. I look forward to seeing it. Send it to sober@myyahoo.com. Sober@myyahoo.com. Right? That goes for everybody too. Big hair shots, mullet pictures, all that. Right? All that. Some days I feel weathered too. You know what I mean? I'll be honest, people. I'm worn down right now so bad. Everybody I know that I spoke to today said to me, do not do this next feed, man. I am really tired. But I think that I think I could probably use a little bit of sleep. I'm very much looking forward to. Oh, no need. Tony, you're good. No apology necessary. I am really looking forward to sleep. We've done about 90. I think we did about 90 shows in 25 days, which is pretty impressive if you think about it. I will have to get my passport for the meet and greet. Well, there you go. We're giving you plenty of head start, right, for these meet and greets. But I'm not even kidding. There is definitely meet and greets going to happen. We're going to go across the country. I am absolutely going to get good rest, but I am also going to be up tomorrow morning at 5. We're going to do our normal lifeboat tomorrow morning at 5. That's the beautiful thing about knocking this thing out when I do. You know what I mean? Like I have got a huge length of time to sort of patch up the old body and psyche. Last night I think that might be the pizza delivery guy. It's the pizza delivery guy, Kitty. Well, I bet you our driveway scared the hell out of that pizza delivery guy. He's got to be really, really salty about that. Relax, Kitty. Hey, it's the pizza man. Eh? Chill out, squirrel. It's the pizza man. Squirrel doesn't like to meet people. Meet and greet, please visit Australia. You know the problem with me going to Australia, don't you, people? Sadly, the Aussie government doesn't like people like me heading to Australia. You know, it has something to do with the felonies. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Can't please all of the people all of the time, right? Why is the driveway scary? Because it's straight up and down, and it's really, really long. When all of my furniture got here in the moving truck, it took them about 11 attempts and about 40 minutes to get up the driveway. It was scary. It really is straight up and down. Did Tommy hang out with Tony Kitten or something? I'm lost on that part of the chat. I I saw a girl at a concert that happened to be wearing a white snake jacket, and it was a missed opportunity because I'm pretty sure the two of us could have been happy for the rest of my life. And sadly, we didn't link up, although there was some eye contact. So now that I have a platform, I'm looking for a girl. She had very large hair, and back in the 80s. So I just happen to throw it out every couple of videos. Hey, do you happen to have a white snake jean jacket? Right? May or may not have been smoking a Marlboro Red that she had snapped the filter off of. Other than that, that's enough. If I give anything else out other than that, then I won't know if it's the real deal because I'll say, all right, now you tell me what happened. And if she can tell me the rest of the story, then I know it's the right one. Feel me? So that's my thought. That's my game. So, alrighty, people. What state, what year? Deeming thinks it might be do you know this person, Deeming? See, if I tell you that, I can't give out all of the Boston. Zelda, you got a jean jacket? We're getting into that part of the world. Thank you, Maggot. You know what? I'm sure that a lot of people just think that this is ridiculous, but this is my third. This is my third Christmas sitting in this chair. Hey, I love Jersey, by the way. I'm on the case. So this is my third Christmas, and in the last two. In the last two Christmases, people said, boy, you know what? I just wish that it was on more than twice a day. I really wish that it was on more than twice a day. And especially during the holidays, because it's just really tough this time of year. I really wish it was on more than twice a day. And at the end of last year, I said, you know what? I promise you when next year rolls around, I'm going to do more than 2 a day. Next year when it rolls around, I'll do at least 3 a day. And we've made a really solid point here to try to do at least 3 a day. And we tried to make sure that every one of those 3 was at least an hour long. And I've been squeaking in at least 1 or 2 a day somewhere else, filming on other people's channels and doing as much as I could because this was the year of the collaboration. And we got 4 more collabs that we're going to try to get done all in 2023. And then people, then we're going to go into the new year. You chugged a liter of Coca-Cola? Good Lord, man. Did it feel like you were having a heart attack? That's one of the worst feelings on planet Earth. Yeah, next year is a year away. And at the end of this, people, I promise you, right, I'm going to be cut in back. We're going to do a lot less shows at the beginning of 24. And it's going to be just because every year, as the New Year's ends, right? As the new year ends, everything just sort of gets easier. Everybody seems to have a much easier time starting on about the 2nd of January. Was it a tall blonde? Kind of had that Maryland pout. Hey, were you there? Did you see this? She might have been blonde. One hour from LA. Says the woman that looks like, oh, don't do that. That's Samantha. Man, you know what? Now I'm going to get 9 people that says, yeah, that was me. I was Samantha. I'm going to get those emails tonight. There's going to be a whole bunch of people that say, I was the girl that said that was Samantha. I'll get more than one, I promise. As funny as that is, I really will. Put the low right on me. Mile High, thank you so much and Merry Christmas to you. For real, I thank you so much. Wow. Found this channel through Aaron. It's great. I'm alone in my room with a ton of people talking. This Welsh girl loves your channel. Thank you, Tommy. What an honor. That's such a cool thing to say. I'm so glad you're here. That is so cool. Merry Christmas. You know what? Merry Christmas, everyone, and thank you to Tommy and to the awesome wrenches. You're right, the best wrenches in the business. Thank you to Alan and to all of the wrenches here. You know what? This sound. Why have I heard this before? This sounds so familiar to me. This sounds so familiar to me. Did this come from a song? I feel like this came from a song. Make it make sense. Every new beginning comes from some of the beginnings, right? Is that song? All right. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. It is official. There she is, Tampa B. What's happening, Tampa B? All right, everybody. Do you know what this means? 1 hour, 1 minute, and 1 second. We did it. Closing time. Guess what? That's a wrap, people. And I am going to be really impressed. I'm going to be really impressed if I make it to the bed. I might just fall asleep right here in this chair with Squirrel Nut Zipper. But thank you all, and I will see you tomorrow. I promise. Thanks to everybody that has been showing up to assist everybody else. I know a lot of you show up when you're having a great day. You know how important that is for the people that aren't? Imagine showing up on a day where you're having a really bad one, but because everyone else was having a good one, there wouldn't be anybody here. Can you imagine how bad that would suck? Main house. What was this live? You know what? I'm pretty sure it is. Sadly, main house, you caught us right at the end, but we are live. Sweet dreams, Queen of Awkwardness. Thank you so much. Main house, Merry Christmas to you too. What time tomorrow? 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. every day. 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. every single day. That is California time. You feel me? California time. 5 a.m., 5 p.m. every single day. That's right. Better late than never. You got it. Better late than never. So 5 a.m., 5 p.m., 365 days a year, or you'll see a post that says, Tommy, stubbed a toe or something, right? Make it make sense, I promise. And Kristen and everybody else, right? I appreciate all of you. Keep in mind, if you're not yard sailing on weekends, somewhere out there is a white snake jean jacket. I promise you. Hey, just in case you needed a little more cowbell from a very close friend of mine. And this right here, 5 a.m. and 5 p.m., that's California time, Pacific time. And this is a cat in a basket. Squirrel. All right, people, we'll see you on the next one. All righty? I'm Captain Tommy. Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas. And to all a good night and all that.